What's up, guys? Welcome to this tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to be going over how to deepfake a video using DeepFaceLab. This is just going to be a overview and a sort of beginner tutorial for DeepFaceLab. There's a lot you can do in DeepFaceLab, and there's a lot that can be learned. So I'll just show you how to download it. I'll do an example, and if you want to go even deeper and learn more, there's other videos on YouTube for that. So this is just going to be a basic tutorial of how to use it. So you're just going to look up DeepFaceLab and then click on it. And it's just going to be the first option. You're going to scroll all the way down in the GitHub page, and you're going to take this mega link and you're gonna go over there and it's gonna load, and then you're gonna pick whichever file you want. Okay, so depending on your graphics card, I have a RTX 2060, so I would download this one. It's everything up to RTX 2080. If you have a RTX 3000 series, then you would obviously download this one. And I don't know if it's any different for the DirectX builds, but the NVIDIA builds are the same. So if you have a RTX 3000 series, it's just going to be the same tutorial, just a different file. So you're going to download this file here, and it may take a little bit. It's 3 gigabytes. So you're going to click it, download, standard download, and if it asks you to pay, just click continue download, and here we go. Alright, so once you have DeepFaceLab installed, you're just going to run the application, and it may take a second here. And once it's popped up this window, you are going to click more info and run anyway. See, the reason is that it's an unknown publisher. This isn't really a big deal. So you're just going to run it anyway. So then it's going to ask you to extract it, and it's going to extract it here in downloads. And it might take a minute to extract as well. Remember, it is a pretty large folder, so we'll just wait this out. Alright, and once it is completed, the extraction, you just can delete the old file, and now you just have the DeepFaceLab folder. So what you do now is you have the internal files, which you don't want to touch these, really. They're sort of what makes it all work. You have your workspace, which automatically comes with a couple videos here that we're going to use as our demo today. So you can put in your own videos in this workspace. So you notice there's a data_DST and data_SRC. So the source video is going to be the video of the face that is going to capture all the facial expressions, and the destination is actually going to be the video that we mask the facial expressions onto. Inside of model, data destination, and data source folders, there will be frames and then sort of masked out pictures of the face. So number one is clear workspace, and this is just going to clear whatever garbage you have if you're starting a new project. We already started a project. The workspace comes pretty much clear, so we don't need to worry about that. So the first actual step towards the deepfake is to extract images from the video. So we're going to go here, and it's going to extract all the frames. So basically we just open this number 2 up, and we just do all the defaults. Just click enter for all of these, and it's going to do this. It's going to go through all the frames, and I'll see you when it's done. Once this is done, we're just going to hit enter, and we're on to step 3. So step 3 is to extract images from the source face set. So we're going to open this up, and it's going to be the exact same thing. We're just going to hit enter, 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 enter. So we just hit enter, and we are going to go ahead and wait for this to finish. Once this is done, we're going to click enter, and we are going to do step number 4. So first, let's just notice that our data source now has all of the frames from the video in here, and then it has all of the actual aligned faces from the video in here. So an optional step would be to go to the sort and run that, and it will sort of sort the faces based on some of these methods. So we could do best faces, which is probably a good one. Target number of faces, we're just gonna hit enter, 2000. And it's just gonna, this just makes our data set a little more versatile. So we're gonna let that run. I'll be right back. Alright, and once that's done, we are gonna hit enter one more time, and we're done with our source data. The next thing we're gonna do is we're going to actually extract our destination data. So we're gonna click this, and just do this, hit enter, and it's going to start extracting our destination data. Alright, and once that's done, we are going to go ahead and sort our data destination extract. And we're going to use our NVIDIA and just hit enter for all these. Alright, and once that is done, we will hit enter again, and we are able to begin our training. So, once we have our two data sets, we can take a look in the workspace. We've got our destination and our source. Here's our source. We've got all these faces, and then we've got our destination as well with all of these faces that we will be comparing to the source. So now we're gonna actually start training. So let's do this. Here we go. So train, there's a few ways to train. You can do AMP, Quick 96, or SAE HD. And pretty much, Quick 96 is the quick one that is going to be of a lower quality, better for just testing and sort of practicing. And then there's SAE HD, which is the one I'd recommend for pretty much everyone. This is probably the best all-around one. And then the AMP, I don't really know much about AMP. I think it's for different. I think it's for like different scenarios. So, like if they have glasses or something. I'm not too knowledgeable about the AMP training method, but Quick 96 and SAE HD are what I would recommend using. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you Quick 96 because I'm just doing a demonstration. But when you're actually deep faking, I would 100% recommend using SAE HD. So I'm going to open up Quick 96, and it's going to ask a bunch of questions. So it's going to ask you for a name, so I'm just going to put new. And it's going to ask you for your graphics card, and it's going to start training. All right, so as you can see at the beginning of the training, on the first iteration, it's very bad, okay? The comparisons are super blurry. And you'll notice that as it continues training, you can start to see that it's beginning to compare the faces, beginning to try and match them up. Notice how he's looking this way and the matched face is looking this way. It's trying to match them up, and over time, this will become less blurry, this will become more accurate, this will become a lot better, and pretty much these are all the iterations, and it's showing the loss of the model. So as this goes down, as this graph goes down, the model is improving. So every time you click P here, the iterations go by, and it starts lining up the faces. And we're just going to let this run for a few thousand iterations. I'd recommend going up, probably 40,000 or more iterations for like a pretty basic deepfake. And then if you really want to go advanced, if you really want to like get a really, really high quality, low loss deepfake, letting this thing run for a very long time and just continuing to iterate through the model will get you a better result. But it does use a lot of GPU power, so you can let it run overnight, let it run however much you want. You can always pause it and then continue it when you're not using your computer. Right here, you just hit enter, and then you can just continue. See, these are all the saves right here on the side. And I'm going to come back after a few thousand iterations. I'd recommend coming back after a few tens of thousand iterations. But for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to make the model too in-depth. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so it's been, I don't know, maybe half an hour. And we are... Let's see, we're 13,000 iterations in, and this has been half an hour. So if you let this run overnight, I guarantee you will get a much better result than this. If you use SAE-HD training model, you will get a better result than this. This is just a quick demo because I don't want to spend all night on this. So I got this, and we're just going to hit enter, and we are going to be finished with this training model at about 14,000 iterations here. So once we reach that, I'll hit enter. We're 14,000 iterations in, and our model is trained. So now we are done, and we are actually going to go ahead and merge our model. This is the last part. After we merge, we have our result. So merge, just use the same merge method as the training method you use. So I'll use Quick 96. Most people should use SAE HD. And I'll show you how to merge. So you're going to open up merge, and it is going to ask you to use the model, ask for your graphics card, and it's going to ask for an interactive merger. You're just going to say yes. Number of workers, just give it the default, and we're going to go ahead and pull up this merging page. So this is all the controls for merging. There's a bunch of them. I'll go over a few of them. So you've got the erode mask and blur mask, as well as motion blur and face scale. This is for if you notice anything off with the face. There's a lot of stuff that you can change in the merging. You can change the colors. You can change a lot. You can denoise it. And then these are the controls for all the remaining frames. So I'll show you right now. So we're just going to hit, we're just going to hit tab, and it's going to switch us. So now we have our model, and see, we're going to add a road mask to our model. So it shows over here what we have. We're going to add a road mask. That's going to be W, and we're just going to do this about 20 times. And then we are going to add some blur mask to our model. So we're going to hit E about 100 times. And you'll notice that this number goes up here. So we've got 100% blur mask. And now we are going to apply this to all the frames. So how you do that is you go ahead and click Shift and /. So let's go back, and we're just going to click Shift /, and it's going to apply these settings to the rest of the frames. And then we only have one last thing to do, which is to click Shift and the greater than sign. So we're going to click Shift greater than, and here we go. It's going to merge the rest. We're going to wait till this magnifying glass is gone and this merge percentage is done. Once the merge is done, you can just close both of these windows. Should only be a couple seconds now, and it's done. So you can close both of these windows. All right, and once you've merged it, the last step, quick and easy, is just click merge to MP4. This should only take a second. It is a quick merging process after we've already done all the heavy lifting work with our graphics card. And it's going to merge here. Normally takes, I'd say, no more than 5 minutes. So I'll be back when that's done. Now that this is done, we can click enter and we are finished. So let's take a look at our workspace. We're going to see result.mp4 as well as the file with the mask in case we want that. I've never really touched that, but we have our result. Here it is.
Cannot just be about
this is a quick 30-minute deepfake. Now imagine what this would look like if I used the better model
inspire you
and
that make you glad to
let this run, for days or nights. This would look really, really good. So I think DeepFaceLab is a great tool you can use to deepfake. Anyone can use it. It's
a great saying.
It's amazing as long as you have a GPU, and you can even run it with a CPU.
It is time to go.
It's a great tool. I love it. Thanks for watching the video. Happy deepfaking.